Hey guys, and welcome to Pirate Hunter Trophy. In today's video, we check out who would hold the title of the Greatest Swordsman between two legendary characters, Meliodas and Mihawk. Both are renowned for their incredible swordsmanship and have left a lasting impact on their respective universes. Meliodas, the Dragon Sin of Wrath and the captain of the Seven Deadly Sins, has demonstrated exceptional sword skills with this sacred treasure, the Dragon Handle. On the other hand, Dracule Mihawk, the world's greatest swordsman in the One Piece universe, wields one of the most powerful swords, Yoru. Join us as we analyze their strengths to determine who will come out on top in this epic battle. In order to fully decide who would claim the title of the world's strongest swordsman, we must first look at each of their abilities and see who would win. Mihawk. Mihawk is one of the strongest pirates in the world, claiming to be the strongest swordsman in the world in name and deed. He gained notoriety even before the Great Age of Pirates by thwarting ever more powerful adversaries until he had no worthy rivals left. He now holds the title of the world's strongest swordsmaster. Mihawk was a rival to Shanks, a famous swordsman and future emperor, due to his strength and swordsmanship. They engaged in furious daily legendary duels until Shanks was defeated by the Lord of the Coast and lost his left arm. His incredible ability in warfare allowed him to easily destroy Don Krieg's whole fleet of 50 ships and 5,000 soldiers by himself, with only the main ship surviving because a strong storm pushed them away. This monstrous display of strength caused Don Krieg to assume that Mihawk had devil fruit powers. He fought against Vista and Crocodile during the Summit War of Marineford, yet he didn't even get a scratch. The fact that Mihawk's reward was increased to 3,590,000,000 berries after the 7 warlords of the sea were disbanded, one of the biggest bounties in the world that even surpasses 2 of the current 4 emperors, Monkey D. Luffy and Buggy, is a true tribute to his amazing strength. Physical prowess. In addition to his exceptional physical power, Mihawk also has a blade mastery. He used a single knife in his hand to stop Zoro, a formidable swordsman with monstrous physical strength. Mihawk can jump and leap enormous heights and distances, demonstrating his extreme agility. He also has exceptional reflexes, enabling him to neutralize Luffy's gear-second enhanced speed easily. Swordsmanship skills. Because of his unmatched sword proficiency, Mihawk is called the strongest swordsman in the world. Even his erstwhile competitor Shanks, one of the 4 emperors of the sea, cannot match his extensive command of the sword. Mihawk's swordsmanship is incredibly versatile. He can use the strong blade swordsmanship to produce incredibly powerful compressed air slashes that can destroy enormous ships and enormous icebergs from great distances, and he can use the gentle blade swordsmanship to deflect the course of bullets with expert and graceful precision. The steel-bodied Mr. One, whom even Zoro struggled to overcome, demonstrated his ability to cut through steel with incredible ease and precision. Zoro significantly improved during his 2 years of training with Mihawk, which is more than the dojo had taught him during his many years there, demonstrating Mihawk's skill as a teacher. Further demonstrating Mihawk's expertise in battle and fighting, Zoro acknowledged that he still needs to improve his degree of swordsmanship ability even after training with Mihawk. Haki. Observational Haki. Mihawk's talent in observation Haki is exceptional. True to his epithet, Hawkeyes, he has incredible eyesight, able to easily track Luffy's high-speed Gear 2 movements and strike with extreme precision, which neither Boa Sandersonia nor Boa Marigold could do. Armament Haki. Mihawk is capable of using armament Haki. He demonstrated how to use this kind of Haki to Zoro so that he could shield his swords from harm. Weapons. Mihawk's primary weapon is the Black Blade Yoru, one of the 12 Supreme Blades. Yoru is a curved, single-edged black blade in the form of a Latin cross. When Mihawk accepts challenges for his title, he only draws this blade for individuals with enough spirit to gain Mihawk's respect or enough power to create a threat. Otherwise, his kogatana is adequate. Additionally, Kogatana, a cross-shaped knife, is a pendant that Mihawk keeps around his neck. He is seen using it as a tool for eating, but when coupled with his exceptional sword abilities, it transforms into a devastating weapon that can take down even Zoro, a great swordsman who used 3 blades during their combat. Meliodas. Let's now check out Meliodas. The powerful head of the 7 deadly sins is Meliodas, the eldest son and heir of the Demon King, the Dragon Sin of Wrath, the former Holy Knight, and the head of the 10 Commandments. He is among the most powerful anime characters of all time because of all these titles and the abilities they provide. Meliodas was feared by both Demon Clan opponents and other demons, and he was regarded as the 2nd most powerful demon after the Demon King. The demon Gauther claimed that his betrayal alone caused the Holy War. Like every member of the Demon Clan, he can manifest the enigmatic power of darkness. He may use this power to take on several forms and enhance both his physical and magical powers. He can develop wings to fly, reconnect limbs, and more. Meliodas is best known for his swordplay. He possesses incredible proficiency and skill in wielding and utilizing a blade. Regardless of the sword's shape or size, he can wield it as if it were an extension of his hands. But he also possesses amazing magical skills, most notably a near immunity to magical strikes thanks to his ability Full Counter. In this case, it would translate to him having almost near impenetrable skin like Kaido. He once simultaneously defeated the legendary fairy and giant kings Gloxinia and Droll, demonstrating his prodigious battle abilities. Abilities. Full Counter. Meliodas can reflect magic strikes that are directed at him back to the enemy with much more force. As a result, the rebound is more powerful, the more powerful the enemy's powers are. The fact that Meliodas cannot start an attack on his own is a major disadvantage. If the adversary does not permit him to read the timing or character of their attacks, he is likewise unable to mirror them. Attacks that are continual, indirect, or physical cannot be reflected. Assault Mode. When Meliodas fully unleashes his demon powers and reaches great power, he enters the Assault Mode. Meliodas is also able to use all of his power in this form. Even the 10 Commandments feared Meliodas while he was in this mode, according to Melascula. Back when he was in charge of them, Meliodas is temporarily devoid of all feelings and emotions as a result, which makes him revert to his previous state before he betrayed the Demon Clan. Sword techniques. Also, Meliodas can cut his opponent with his sword 1,000 times in a single motion, earning him the nickname Kami Chigiri, which means Thousand Divine Slayer in Greek. Shiden Isen, which means Purple Lightning Slash in Japanese, refers to Meliodas' ability to slice multiple opponents with his sword swiftly. Dark Prominence, which is Greek for Dark Star, is when Meliodas wields a sword endowed with the power of darkness. Combined methods. Integrated technique, Meliodas cuts his opponent 1,000 times in a single motion once Elizabeth's arc is absorbed into his blade, giving him the nickname Kamegui, which means God Eater in Japanese. Commandment. Meliodas was the initial wielder of the Commandment of Love, which was given to him by the Demon King. He was the former head of the 10 Commandments. The power to injure or damage anyone else will be taken away from those who would come before him with hatred in their hearts. Weapons. Giant Broadsword. Meliodas wielded this weapon during the Holy War, which took place about 3,000 years ago, as well as when he served as the keeper of the 10 Commandments. The sword was shattered during the conflict between Meliodas and the goddess Elizabeth, the Demon King and the Supreme Deity, which they lost. The sword lacked any indications that it may employ a sacred treasure-like skill. Dragon Handle. Meliodas combined Full Counter with this damaged blade, one of the keys to the Coffin of Eternal Darkness. The sword also seems to have its own powers. Meliodas, one of the 7 deadly sins, is in possession of a sacred treasure, Lost Vein, a demon-splitting sword. Due to Meliodas' Full Counter's compatibility with its Jutsuzo Bunshin ability, he can employ it at considerably higher risk levels. As we just saw, Meliodas from 7 Deadly Sins and Mihawk from One Piece are 2 incredibly powerful characters with similar fighting styles, as both are swordsmen with exceptional abilities. If Meliodas were in the world of One Piece, he would likely contend for the title of the strongest swordsman in the world, currently held by Dracule Mihawk. Meliodas is a powerful warrior, and his unique ability to manipulate darkness and use different sword techniques makes him a formidable opponent. In the One Piece world, he would definitely be a strong contender for the world's strongest swordsman title. His fighting style and abilities are similar to Mihawk, which leads to an intense rivalry between the two characters. But if the fight truly went down, Mihawk would draw his Yoru and a fierce battle would commence. But when the dust settles, Mihawk would still hold his title as the greatest swordsman. This is because Meliodas is weak to physical attacks, and Mihawk is all about physical attacks. But despite the rivalry, both Meliodas and Mihawk have a love for drinking. This would be a common ground for them to bond over, and they would likely have many conversations and drinks together. Even with their rivalry, it is possible that they would become friends due to their shared love of alcohol. However, it's important to note that the strongest swordsman in the world, Mihawk, has a strong bond with Shanks, one of the 4 emperors of the sea. It's possible that Meliodas could be introduced to Shanks through Mihawk, and the 3 of them could become close friends due to their shared interests and strengths. In conclusion, if Meliodas were in the One Piece world, he would undoubtedly have a fierce rivalry with Mihawk for the title of the world's strongest swordsman. However, despite their intense competition, their shared love of drinking could lead to a strong bond and a potential friendship. Furthermore, if Meliodas were to be introduced to Shanks through Mihawk, the 3 of them could become the most powerful force the One Piece world has ever seen. Well, that's it for today. What are your thoughts on the matter? Who would win, according to you? Please share with us in the comments below, and remember to like, share, and subscribe.